In the universe are billions of galaxies.
In our galaxy are billions of planets.
But there is only one Earth.
For most of our history, humans lived in harmony with nature.
But we have shattered that balance.
Exploiting our planet for products and wealth, creating a climate catastrophe, driving species to extinction,
And polluting our land, seas, and air.
The web of life is fraying. If it fails, we as a species will fail too.
The science is clear, and time is running out.
We must go from harming our planet to healing it.
We must protect what we have and bring back what we lost to advance to a more sustainable future where everyone can thrive.
Humanity has come together before to prevent environmental catastrophes.
We have helped repair the ozone layer.
We have restored millions of hectares of land and marine ecosystems, protecting thousands of species. And we've banned dangerous pollutants.
Saving countless lives.
Let those victories be the torches that ignite more action and illuminate the path to a world in which we are once again at peace with nature.
In the universe are billions of galaxies. In our galaxy are billions of planets. But there is only one Earth.
Solo un planeta Tierra.
只有一个地球。
केवल एउटै पृथ्वी.
Bara en jord.
Dunia ni moja tu.
Okay, this is William Stafford. How old are you?
I am 7.5.
And what have you created in Minecraft?
I have created a sustainable city, but it's not like a city. It's kind of like a little village.
Yeah, and what's sustainability mean to you?
It means like taking care of nature and making stuff easier for people and caring.
Yeah. All right, do you want to explain what you've done in Minecraft?
Well, I've made a community garden, and it has like people's like labels, like this one's mine, and these are all of the other ones. And I've been working on it for a long time, and I've been waiting for the stuff to grow.
And why is the community garden important to the community?
It's so people don't have to waste energy to get their food.
Very good. All right, what else have you made?
Here. I've made a hotel. And there's some rooms in it.
What's unique about this hotel?
That it has greenery up at the top. Lots of greenery.
Yeah.
Oh, this part hasn't been done.
And why has it got so many windows on it?
It's so people can get like some. It's so they don't have to waste energy because they have sunlight to use it.
Very good. And what else have you built?
Oh, but I haven't really showed you the whole hotel yet, though.
You don't have to. What else is around?
Oh, I have a little greenhouse around here, which is full of berries and plants. There's a sunflower and there's berries and there's a there's a tulip.
Beautiful.
There's roses and stuff and all stuff. And it's fully made of glass, even the roof.
Okay.
And over here is the little fishing area. So if people want to go fishing, or if they want some fish for dinner, they can go fishing.
Beautiful.
There's some fish.
Oh, look at that. And why is this area important?
Oh, because if people...
The forest?
Oh yeah, the forest. To give people some oxygen and to give them some exercise by riding the bikes or something through it, even if there's not such thing as Minecraft.
That's fantastic. Well done, William. Good luck with your competition.
Thanks.
What school do you go to?
I go to the I go to the Anglican school Google. Welcome to Little QPRC. So, first when you come into the town, you see all the trees and nature. Then you go in to the post office to post your stuff. And then once you pass this, you go back, see the trees, and there's a beehive to make the honey. And then when you go on the road, there's garbage bins. When you put stuff in it, it goes through a tube down here to recycle the object. And then in this one, they just do it straight to the void because they don't care that rubbish can't be recycled. Then we go back here into the sun-powered car shop. There's 3 cars that are powered by sun power, and my little villager that works here. Then you come out the door and find a little mountain with some stuff on it. You open this and there's all the animals in here because it's good for the environment to have animals not endangered. And up here, same as usual, my power is used by solar panels. And then you go over here, you see a little pond with the axolotls in them because axolotls are endangered. Then you go to the parking lot for the sun-powered cars. And then you go here or you could park here. And I use these lights used by torch, not normal lights, because it's good for the environment to not have lights. And then over here, I didn't do a petrol station because it's not good for the environment to have petrol. And this is my city.
Hello people, my name is Hamish and I'm going to show you my treehouse base I made. Here is the entrance with the ladder, here's the staircase up to the 2nd floor, and this is the couch is made out of quartz, and the TV is used by solar panels. Here's to the stairs to the 3rd floor. Here is the bedroom. These are the bed. That is the bed with the bedside tables. And here's the closet. And then over here is the bathroom with the bathtub, the taps to use, and then here is the toilet, and here is the bathroom sink. And then over here is the kitchen with the smokers and furnaces, and they're held by wooden slabs. Then up on the last floor there is farms, wheat farms, and this is the 1st wheat farm, the 2nd wheat farm, and the 3rd wheat farm. And over here is the park, and here is up to the water slide. And then if you go back up here, You can also go over here to the fireman pole. You can go down.
Hi, my name is Alex and this is my park for World Environment Day. This is the bee field. There are lots of bees. They produce honey and pollinate the flowers. This is my bridge. Under the bridge, as you can see, there are lots of crops. So the local people can come and pick their crops so they don't have to waste energy by going to the shop. This is the sign that I made. It says Save Earth. And this is my park. There's a sign that says Device Free Zone. It says Welcome to the park. There are lights that are solar powered. I also have this recycling bin for recycling. I made another little farm here. And there are some more flowers so that the native bees can pollinate them as well. And just to add a little fun, I wanted to add some trampoline. Whee! Whee! And this is the bird's eye view. As you can see, in my park, there are lots of trees. They produce oxygen and absorb the pollution. That was my park for World Environment Day. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Rocky and I'm 8 and I'm in the sustainability contest for Queanbeyan, and I wanted to build a farm since there's not many in there, and I've been playing Minecraft for 5 years and I'm 8, so I'm really excited to do this. So can we please go to the TV and we'll watch it. Okay, I'm going to do my sustainability contest now. Here is my crops. And I've got the wheat, the potatoes, the beetroot, and I put wood here because how are people meant to walk on water? So I put that there so they can walk and get the crops. And over here is my chickens that produce the eggs for me to make things. Over here are my cows that I milk them for milk. And then here's my sheep, which I shear them for their wool. And yeah. And I did this because there's not many farms in Queanbeyan. Over here are my bins. Metal bin, put some metal in there. And then over here is my paper and cardboard bin. Put some paper in there. In here, the compost bin. Put some carrots in there. And over here is my plastic bin. I couldn't find any plastic, so I just left it empty. Here's the barn that I've taken a long time to make. Over here's the food for the animals. The cow food, wheat. The sheep food is wheat. The chicken food is seeds. And then over here is the wool from the sheep, the eggs from the chickens, milk from the cows. And I put an aquarium here because there's not many in Queanbeyan and you have to travel a far distance to find one. So I thought it would be nice to have one. Over here is like a fireplace to keep warm area. Put a sort of lounge. And then in here is the toilet. It's a double flush toilet. The wee button for a little bit of water. The poo button for a lot of water. Then the open and close lid. And once you've gone to the bathroom, you go up here. You flick the lever. Water comes out and you wash your hands. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching this, and bye. This is the end of the video, and I just wanted to say, if you like my video and or you care for the environment, please pick me. Bye. Hi, I almost forgot, I've got solar panels. Have a look.
This is my solar farm next to my food farm where I can make bread and beetroot soup. And underneath my farms I have a mini sandstone house. It has my master bedroom in it, my kitchen with lots of food, my TV that is currently playing Nether, and then my bathroom with a toilet. You can read books in this master bedroom and the playroom, and this is the playroom. Then you can cook and wash your hands in the food, in the kitchen. And then up in my food farms and my solar farm, and then you can hoe down some food and then make it into soup.
Hi guys. So this is my nice little house. As you can see, I have some carpet. I have actually some blocks. Then if you come over here, this is my desk. Yeah, I forgot to change that up. I'm sorry about that. And then if you come over here, there's like my blinds and that stuff. Okay, yeah. Come over here. This is my nice little TV. And then here, this is my small library because we can't really go any bigger. And if you come over here, this is the guest room. We have some books. And this is like my sink. If you want me to fill it up and fill, I will do that and show you. I'm just gonna get a water bucket. It's gonna actually see, it's actually like a sink. I have my fridge, shelves. I have like some chairs and that stuff. If we come outside, sorry about that. Don't worry about this. This is like where my trampoline is. Have a nice little dance. over there. Oh yeah. Where is it? Oh yeah, so you come into these bushes, you can come back out, and you actually come into a nice little house I built. And that's about all. Bye.
Hi, I'm Jerry Lloyd. My sister Lola and brother Ike and I would like to present our creation. My brother has built a greenhouse for crops and flowers to grow all year round. We have got a bee's nest for flowers to grow for the bees to get the pollen. And then we have got a garden for the plants and food to grow for people to pick. Then we have an amphitheatre for plays or shows. From the amphitheatre, I have built a park for people to come and collect eggs from the stable. And there's horses to feed. There is chickens to collect eggs and cows to milk. And then we have got a garden here with compost bins and solar systems so people can see at night to pick them. And then we've got recycled material playground setups. One is a merry-go-round and one is a trampoline. There is seats there so that you can sit down, and then there's a bee's nest, flowers, and then next after the park there is a stream. There is a bench to sit at so you can see the stream, a little bit of shade with a tree next to it. And then there's a whole climbing wall made out of a rock that used to be there. And then we've got picnic tables here. We've got a tree of big grasslands. And then my brother has built a little pond for the fish and people to fish in too. Then we've got a fresh water supply for the animals, for drinking and for the gardens. Then we move on to my sister's build with berries to pick from a garden. Then we move on to her build of a tree with fruit to pick. Then she built a pig pen for people to bring their scraps to feed the pigs. Then we've got a natural pool going into the ocean to have a swim. So you can have fresh water to swim in, and then you can go into the ocean to have a big deeper swim. And finally we have a natural dam with fish and a fisherman, and that's really all. Thanks for listening.
And welcome to the one and only jungle camp, the camp where trees are used
as the camps, as the cabins, and there is no pollution required. So here we have the campfire for the nightly meeting. Just sit round there. Next we have the shower room, where you just go over there and they will be getting their water, put it in here, put that, go, it's good. Shower's off, shut those doors, follow this path, all the way across here. This is where laser tag is. On Minecraft, there is no laser tag, so I just use crossbows and shields, team blue, team black. Through here is laser tag thing, base, multiple turns, so that's good. Let's go over to the toddler section. Any age can come to this camp, so no worry. Toddler section is just over here. Just put your toddler or little kid in here. So axolotls, and get out. Really cool slide. Let's go over to the cabins. Cabin 1. There's 2 of the same cabins, but here's the second cabin. Third cabin. Thank you for visiting Jungle Camp.
This is the QPRC that I built. So this town, well, it's kind of small. I didn't want to build anything way too big. I had a much bigger idea at first, but I didn't have enough time. But my main ideas for these are they mainly run on stuff like plants. There's plants running down the buildings and that, and definitely solar panels. As you can see, solar panel, solar panels, solar panels, solar panels. Everything runs on solar power. So I want everything to be green and solar powered. And this probably won't happen in the future, but I wanted to add something. So I made little boats. So the entire roads are technically a giant lake. So boats will be the cars. And of course, they run on solar power. And they're a nice little tiny thing. I also wanted to add little details, like under the bridge there's all these viney stuff. And of course there's a playground. Little playground here. Like, this is a bounce. That thing's a bounce to go on. And this is technically my apartment building. Inside I have the fish area. And I also have endangered animals. Like, I have a little panda exhibit, and go up the stairs, there are axolotls. So there's a giant axolotl tank at the top. So technically, like, houses for sale. So this is the apartment building areas. They have 2 stories. One's the living area, the other's a giant like art room. So, and another one is a giant work building. which is my tallest building I built, and it took me probably around 5 days actually. So you would head up the stairs and yeah. So my QPRC is technically, this is what it will kind of look like. With a little park here, subway, but anyway. So that's my QPRC. Okay.
So my name is Amra and I built a McFresh, which is a sustainable version of McDonald's, and there's a lot of stuff that we put there. It's it's like sustainable version of McDonald's. Like we're not using what do you call stone and stuff and coal. We're using like sustainable stuff like what do you call it that you can use. And see, so you see the fire over there. You see the fire. It's actually very sustainable. You might think it's not sustainable because when you in the smoke part you think it's not sustainable, but if you look up, that's actually sucking all the smoke up and what do you call it, like and like cleaning it out and then releasing it to fresh air. And when you go inside, there's workers here and there's cashiers all over the place. Yeah. So there's a lot of people that can do stuff. There are some slushing machines as well. There are some furnaces, but the smoke from the furnaces goes to the vent, which sucks up all the air and cleans it out. And the craft, the place where I'm looking right now is where they make like all the ingredients to put like a burger together, a sustainable burger. Now, if you go outside of the cashier place where the staff work, if you go to the villages, that's actually our mascot. Ronald McFresh is our mascot. Is actual. He's based off of Ronald McDonald, and yeah, and there's some seating areas outside and the inside as well, and the flowers are outside to make it look pleasing. And the meat is actually from Noah's garden, which is all the way over there where I'm going right now. The meat is actually grown from the crops and then mashed into something which is very sustainable. And yeah, that's about all I built.
My name is Asha, and the other one was Tapua, and we built 7-Eleven. So me and Tanifa have built 7-Eleven, and at the front we have a guard, and then we have a little seat for people if they want to have a sit down. Then we have the big 7-Eleven sign. And when you come in, there's fireworks for you coming in. And then inside here, we have the Slurpee machine. And then we have the shelves. We have the glowstone. And then we have our little shopkeeper here. And we have our little mouse and the screen for the computer. and then on the we have on top of the 7-Eleven is the poles. This is a hole for the smoke when they do things. Then we have glass everywhere for the 7-Eleven, and we have a COVID-19 sign saying COVID-19, please stay safe, because it has a guard and it's almost much bigger than 7-Eleven. It has a roof and it has different things on top of it. It has a bigger sign, and we have fireworks for fun. We have a couch that's not soft but just a wooden. And then the guard is so people, if they want to try and steal money, they will not. And then I was trying to put things next to the guard so it was for entertainment for kids. The slushy machine, as you can see, it's the exact same, but it has lime, orange, and raspberry. And then this little part, I asked Campbell to help me with this. He did a pretty good job of the opening and closing of this. And then I spawned in a little agent, so he was the shopkeeper.
Hello, this is my paddock. As you can see, there are lots of trees. Trees suck in carbon and release oxygen. In my vegetable garden, there are compost bins. Compost bins reduce food scraps for the garden to reduce food waste. Now, my vegetable garden grows organic, healthy food with no food mites. I have lots of sheep. I can use the wool for clothes and blankets. My dam/river has sustainable water resources for the house and garden. And animals. My house is north facing. Therefore, it is warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer, which means less electricity Now my fire over here is a sustainable resource. My crafting table, it makes furniture and doors for the house. My smithering table, I can use it to sharpen tools. My smoker, it helps me cook my lamb that's in the paddock. Lots of natural light in the house. So less electricity needed. All glass is double glazed for better installation.
Okay, so I'm Annabelle and Savannah, and we've made the queue. So and so we out the front we have a little petting zoo for the kids, because the queue is sort of an art gallery. So and a lot of kids get like really bored at museums and art galleries, so we have like a little kiddie thing, and at the end of the day, they get to go free and just like go around and they'll come back later, and we feed them and stuff. And then at the front we have some flowers in a rainbow, just like for fun. And then when you go inside, we have like artworks around. Yeah, so when you walk in, you have paintings, and the frames are made of wood, which is sustainable. And then in the corner we have a wooden jukebox, and it plays music. So like, it's not playing music at the moment, but it will later. And yeah, so that's the queue. And then for lighting, we have like a nice glass roof, and yeah, so you can see the roof, I guess, the sky. That's about it. My name is Dominic, and me and my friend Stephen built this, but Stephen isn't here. So I built Queanbeyan South Public School, and yeah. So here is like the garden, and I had chickens here, and this is where they'll lay their eggs and stuff. And this is one of the classrooms, 5G. Nothing much in here, just a couple of torches. An Australia sign, and a giant sign, QSPS. And yeah, I built the front gate and some fences. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I use torches because, you know, they're fire and they'll just light it up. And I'm Layla, and I built Kmart. And what it has inside it is all the clothing that people use, and they're made out of wool, diamond, and all that. The walls are made out of wool. There's 2 sections with 3 different colors. There's the first set. There's lots of them. There's even some outside. There's a diamond one, and then there's iron, which I don't know why there's 1 in a million. But it's mainly all blue, and it's sustainable because it's not only made out of iron and all that, it's also made out of a little bit of wool. So my name is Noah, and I built a farm with my friend Bunty. She's not here, so I'll just give you a tour. So I made this farm because I thought it would be a sustainable way to eat and grow plants. So I have some water supplies and some plants. And I made a little, like, I don't know how to call it, maybe like a barn. I built a barn with chickens, pigs, and cows, just like so you can get some meat, or with the chickens you can get some eggs, and the cows you can get some milk. And that's pretty much it. I thought this was sustainable
because I don't know. I just thought of a farm when I said sustainable, so I just built a farm.
Hello and welcome to my environmental center, which is my enter for the sustainability challenge. So first thing, there's solar panels everywhere on the roof to be sustainable. Then we have return and earn, so I can put a glass bottle in, and then I can do that and I get a coin. Then we have an information desk with a laptop and a phone and some flowers. There's like plants everywhere for oxygen. There's different recycling, so you can throw something in and then you can see it go past. There's some sofas. There's a community garden with the different plots. And then here we have the items that we recycle. So glass, paper, plastic, and tires. There's a coffee shop. It would be bigger, but like I didn't build the room big enough, and I didn't feel like I should build it bigger. And the coffee pod recycling here. Then finally, we have the classroom, which is like where you can make different sculptures and stuff out of recycled materials. So supplies would be in here. There's paintings on the wall, and there's a whiteboard, and that's the front desk. And then there's all the seats. Then yeah, that's the environmental center. So you can see here's all the solar panels. The building is a weird shape, but that's because I didn't think about the outside. I just thought about the inside. But that's the environmental center.
Hi, I'm Cameron DeYoung. This is my build for the Queanbeyan-Palerang Regional Council Minecraft Sustainable Design Competition. My build includes a park, some council buildings, housing, infrastructure and farms, all made sustainably. Now let me explain how. All my materials are recycled or repurposed. This includes wood, plastics, rubber from older car tyres for the playground, and recycled metals for the structures. Energy systems are all renewables. This includes solar panels on roofs and wind turbines on the outskirts of town, and hydroelectricity on the mighty Queanbeyan River. I also have backup batteries for when there's no sun, wind and river flow. Has no new petrol cars and buses. Only electric cars and scooters allowed that run on my renewables with my fast charging stations. I also have rainwater collection, rubbish recycling and sustainable farming systems. To sum up, my sustainable town and park works by reusing and recycling materials, using renewable energy, reducing carbon emission and storing water. Well, this makes a perfectly sustainable living environment. Here is a tour of my mighty town. Here you can see we have some farming resources and some housing. Over here we have a wind turbine next to the park and the mighty Queanbeyan River. Well, I can't really call it the Queanbeyan River, I can call it the My Town River. Anyway, here we have the park. This is a big sand pit, so it'll safe for soft drinks, so if people fall off, they won't get hurt too much. Here you can see we have trampolines and a swing. It's also a dog park, so over here we have a watering hole and some water that dogs can drink. Over here we have some people. Oh, someone's in the toilet, better not go in there. Over here we have a barbecue, a community barbecue, and a bit of a hangout space. Thank you for listening to my 2022 Environment Day Minecraft competition build. I hope I win.
Idea of sustainable QPRC community lifestyle. Everything here in this shop has been locally sourced from this farm. This is sustainable because it only uses what nature provides. For example, we've got a veggie patch here growing all the fruit and vegetables for the shop. Here we have a plastics recycle bin where you put your rubbish and it gets made into new things like clothes and shoes and bags and stuff. Another reason this is sustainable is because there are solar panels that generate all the power for the shop by using the sun's natural powers. Here is a playground that parents can drop off their kids whilst they shop so they don't get bored and tired of walking around for ages. Here is a scenic lookout for the whole family to enjoy. There's a barbecue and a table, so it's like a picnic area with a stunning view. There is also an inbuilt water tank with water catchments so that water doesn't get wasted and it catches it and it can be reused.
I'm Nicholas Comerford. Randall helped me with Beans Miller next to Riverside, and it says do not touch bread for safety reasons, and because it's so abandoned, there's cobwebs, there's wheat still doing its job, and the bread's just falling on the floor because there's no bucket for it. And what Randall and me built is abandoned, and yeah.
Hello, I'm Alfie Kelly, and this is my Minecraft world for QPRC Only One Earth. I decided to build a village / like city type thing. It's the Earth and the Moon there, and the Only One Earth. If we come down here, it's like a Japanese style city. You can cross the bridge with the boats. And lots of detail on the edges of the walls here. Just walk through. All these houses are decorated. All decorated. You can see out the window and stuff. Pretty cool. Come back down. You can go over here. Some mountain houses. Yeah, every house is made with lanterns. Every single house is decoration. Yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, and if you look at it from a sky view, I think it looks pretty cool. So there's all grass down here, little trees. There's a lot of nature, a lot of stuff like that. All these houses, fully furnished, everything looks nice. And yeah, that's the end of my tour. Have a good day, and thanks.
Today I have built a national park and playground for the QPRC. I will show you around. I've planted trees to help the wildlife that is living here and to help increase the amount of trees there are in our environment. I've also planted trees to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide, to stop the ozone layer getting any more damaged, and to increase the amount of oxygen there is in the air. At the end of the trail, I have built a playground out of recycled materials and a picnic area for the people to enjoy eating lunch and having a look around. I've built a playground that is made out of wood, so we stop using plastic. There is just enough to make it fun, but not too much that it will just end up getting to waste. I have built a barbecue that is electric, that way we can stop using gas. These barbecues are powered by solar panels, so we can reduce the amount of bills we get for the electricity and to use the sun instead. I've also built a bunch of activities to help the kids learn and to have some fun. Over here, we have some trees that we can plant. The kids can come here anytime to plant their own tree and learn about the type of tree. Then they can come back anytime and see how their tree is going. This will help increase the amount of trees that there are here. That way, we can stop some species of trees becoming endangered. Here you can also feed the pets. That way we can reduce the amount of endangered species there are. At the end, the kids can take home some saplings to help increase the amount of trees there are. My idea is sustainable because it is helping the environment by protecting the wildlife and the trees that are here. It also reduces the amount of cost and uses green energy instead, and it is not damaging the environment. Instead, we are helping. Thank you for watching this. Bye.